nagkaroon ng time na nawala yung self-worth ko.
You know, you have to work to help your husband with the finances, to help prepare finances for your children for their future.
Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, pag age mo ng 35, wala na. Para kasing etsapuera ka na.
And it feels like hindi ko alam kung paano ko mag-gain yung confidence ko pag naging mom na sila. Parang nawawala na yung career path nila.
Kasi na-fed up ako sa sobrang traffic. So, papasok, dahil madaling araw, either mag-grab ako or mag-aangkas, which is malaki-laki yung expenses.
The time spent with your kids and family are far more important than any job title out there.
Nag-decide ako na maghanap ng online job at nakakuha nga ako. Sobrang saya ko talaga. Kaya tinulungan ko rin yung iba kong mga mommy friends at nagkaroon rin sila ng sarili nilang online job. Kaya doon ako na-inspire at nag-decide na simula ng Filipina home-based moms.
FHMoms community was created for mothers, for single women, for women professionals and entrepreneurs, for women overseas Filipino workers, for differently abled women, and even for young at heart women. FHMoms is a women community.
Nung nagsimula yung FHMoms, hindi ko in-expect na ganito ka magiging malaki. Ngayon, meron na kaming more than 250,000 members nationwide. Dati, ang tingin ng mga tao sa amin, community lang. No? Ngayon, social enterprise na kami with different projects na tumutulong sa mga kababaihan.
We have free webinars about freelancing, entrepreneurship, parenting, and personal growth. We offer online short courses as well as mastery courses with trainers' 1-year support. We also run a scholarship program and an internship program. We also facilitate charity activities where we are joined by community members as volunteers. Job matching program is something they can also look forward to, as well as e-commerce program. And to celebrate motherhood, we also have online bootcamp for kids. We also have the computer rent-to-own program for members who need assistance in acquiring a computer set. Aspire to be a strong-willed, independent woman.
Mas gusto kong maging productive at saka naniniwala ako sa continuous learning.
Inspire other women.
Everyone was uplifting each other. Everyone was trying to help each other. In this world, you have to be more kind. You have to be more helpful because everyone is fighting their own battles, and you have to understand, you have to empathize, and that is what FHMoms is doing with all the moms out there. Even if you're not a mom, you would feel welcome.
Empower each woman to be in their fullest potential.
And most importantly, Mommy MK and the team model humility and generosity. Talagang ito yung very evident, which impacted me the most. So it gave me the desire to share freely to others what I learned freely from the FHMoms community. And I've always loved the community, the motive of the community, that is to change the world one mom at a time. Good job, FHMoms.
Aspire, inspire, empower. Nothing is stronger than a community of women lifting each other up.
To be among women who have genuinely tried to help people. This is something that I feel passionately about, and then this is something that I saw in FHMoms.
God is good. Kasi parang naturo sa akin itong FHMoms na pinakita sa akin na kahit nasa bahay ka, kahit nag-aalaga ka ng anak mo, it won't stop na dun ka lang. Yun lang yung pwede mong gawin.
Without this community, I'm not here in this situation. So, FHMoms po yung nag-guide and nag-mold sa akin to be the best working at home mom I could ever be.
Ang pinakamalaking impact sa FHMoms sa akin is their quote, which is moving forward, giving back. That's the very essence of FHMoms eh.
That's what I like about this group kasi we encourage and inspire each other to keep dreaming, to chase our dreams. It's actually a big impact kasi if you are losing hope and wala ka ng gana and all, but because of this page, mapapasana all ka.
Dahil sa online job, natupad ko yung mga pangarap ko at Ang pinakapangarap ko na lang ay matupad yung pangarap ng lahat ng mga mommies. Huwag tayong titigil na abutin lahat ng mga pangarap natin, masipagan pa natin at huwag tayong susuko. Kaya kung feeling nyo hindi kayo techie, feeling nyo hindi pasok ang edad nyo para dito sa online freelancing, huwag nyong iisipin yon kasi sobrang daming opportunities ang pwedeng ibigay sa inyo online. At nandito ang Filipina Home-Based Moms para suportahan kayo. Para sa mga naghahanap ng online job at gusto ring matuto pagdating sa online business, you can join Filipina Home-Based Moms Facebook group. My name is MK Bertulfo, CEO and founder of Filipina Home-Based Moms, and our goal is to change lives one mom at a time.
Mga momshies, magandang hapon po sa inyo. It's a gloomy Thursday afternoon. Medyo sa inyo ba mga moms ay paulan na kasi dito sa amin ay may pagkaunting kulog-kulog ng nagaganap sa labas. Pero I hope na kayo ay mabuti at nasa maayos na kalagayan kahit na pabago-bago ang ating panahon. Ingat-ingat lang po sa ating mga momshies ha. At sa lahat ng mga ating viewers ngayong hapong ito, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Sabi nga kanina, hello, hello. Dahil today mag-aaral tayo ng isang lenggwahe. Ayan. So alam niyo, ang pinakaalam ko lang talaga na language, pag sinabi mong German language, yung ich liebe dich. Kasi di ba may kanta yung ich liebe dich, iniibig kita. Pasensya na sa aking boses. Pero di ba yung ich liebe dich kasi it's I love you sa German. Ayan. Kaya we are so excited kasi matututunan natin ang basic ng German language today. At hindi ko na patatagalin pa, kaya sa mga momshies natin, hello kay Mami Jovelyn Pulgar, Mami Marilyn Matusalem, hello po sa inyo. Si Mami Kat Lakbayan, mula pa from CDO. Wow, hello po. Kamusta po kayo dyan? Si Mami Donna Dadulia Alvarez. Ay, nako, nakakaingit si Mamshi mula sa Baguio City. Hello po sa inyo. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. At ito na ha, ipapakilala ko ng ating Mamshi na kasama natin today, para turuan tayo ng basics, ang intro sa German language. Ang ating mommy na ito ay isa po siyang bachelor and master degree in psychology, graduated cum laude, and too many to mention webinars and online courses na po ang kanyang na-attendan. Mula po sa entrepreneurship, marketing, psychology, self-improvement, pati po foreign language studies. Isa po siyang mom to an energetic, smart, loving 2-year-old, ang cute baby boy named Hans. She used to work as an HR associate, college instructor, foreign language instructor for almost a decade, a language administrator, and virtual assistant. And right now, she is working from home, adjunct foreign language instructor, and upcoming, psychology instructor for the next semester in Lorma Colleges. She has been a member of FHMoms since the middle of last year, and she came to know about FHMoms when she started ito ha. Alam ko yung ibang momshies sa atin, ganun din. Nakilala niya at nalaman niyang FHMoms when she started searching about groups that can help her find a job from home. And she's incredibly grateful for our community because of the webinars shared by our Mommy MK and all the other wonderful speakers who are which are so informative and actually help her gain the confidence para to keep on fighting to apply for her current job when her former employer simply vanished into thin air. Naku, na-ghosting pala ito si Mamshi before and left her without a salary. Last end of January 2021. At ito yung pinakabongga, sabi nga nila, talagang behind every after problems, there is a rainbow right after that because she was so blessed to win the first prize, yung laptop from the year-end giveaway last December 2020, which she uses for creating her lectures. Ang galing naman! Kaya naman, let us welcome our Mommy Volunteer Trainer for today, Mommy Vanessa Pisto or Faigal. Si Mommy Vanessa!
Hi,
Hi!
good evening po.
Good afternoon po sa inyo,
Good
Mommy
afternoon
Vanessa.
din. Yes po.
Kumusta po kayo?
Medyo kinakabahan pero I'm really happy to be here tonight.
Yes, at alam kong excited na yung mga mamshies matuto ha, Mommy.
Yes.
We love to learn. Sabi nga nila, kapag daw natuto ka ng isang foreign language, dapat daw you have to start at an early age. Kasi yung brain daw natin is mas madaling mag ano, 'di ba? Parang mas madaling matuto. Pero 'di ba wala namang edad 'yan eh. Kung gusto mo
Yes, true.
tama ba ako? Pero Mami Vanessa, nagtataka lang ako, curious ako ha. Bakit of all the languages na marami, 'di ba? Kasi andyan yung kasi I'm sure yung mga mamshi sa ating iba dyan, they would love to learn Korean kasi because of the K-pop, fever. Merong iba naman, French or Japan or Nihongo. Bakit German ang napusuan mong matutunan?
Actually, it's because I'm half German po. So my dad is German. I was born in Germany po. Yes po. And my father always taught us that to keep our language alive. So at home, we spoke German/English and then Tagalog. And then as I graduated from college, I decided to also become a German language teacher. And I continually learned also the language. So mas iba po talaga kasi yung to learn the grammar of German, and I became to really love the language, and then I wanted to share it to everybody and also show them that it's not actually a really difficult language to learn po.
Alam mo, when I hear German, talagang sabi ko, ay mahirap to. Ang hirap itong natutunan. Pero alam mo, because of this webinar, I think I'll be able to learn few phrases and few words.
Yes
kasi
po.
nag-usapan natin kanina, di ba? At the end of this webinar, we'll be able to learn, how should I say this? 2 phrases or 2 words that are very important. Tama ba ako, Mami Vanessa?
By the end of this webinar, we'll be able to speak 8 phrases and words, and then 1 word which is 2 letters, but then it means so many things. So you're kind of like already a German when you feel that you're able to express yourself with those words pa lang po.
I am so excited! Kaya naman sa mga mamshies natin, if you are already, type in yes. Ready na ba kayong makinig at matuto ng bagong lengguwahe through Mommy Vanessa's webinar today? Kasi naman ako, ready na ako, inihanda ko ng aking pen at notebook because the floor is yours, Mommy Vanessa. We are
Thank you po.
start our webinar. Salamat.
Yes, so hello everyone. Hallo, ihr alle. And today I'll be teaching you an introduction to the German language. And to keep everything organized, just like we Germans really are, is here's a table of condensed. So I just want to talk about why Germany, why do we have to learn the German language? How will it be beneficial to us, most especially that we're working from home? And then the misconception of saying that the German language is hard to learn. Let me show you the pronunciations, the diphthongs, and we'll take it step by step from there. And then by the end of this webinar, you will be able to speak 8 common German phrases and words, and you will actually have already memorized them by the end of this webinar. It might seem intimidating right now, but once we get to it, it's actually quite easy. And then lastly, I want to end it with a 1 common German expression, which is 1 word, 2 letters, and it has countless meanings. So let's get started. So with all that we are learning right now, most especially when we are from home, we are investing in our computers, we're investing in ourselves, being healthy and all of those things. The best investment that you can actually make is to invest in yourself. And we've been doing that, most especially here at FHMoms. We've been learning so many webinars and we're so grateful for them. And the more that we invest in ourselves, the easier it is for us to also excel in our jobs, in the job opportunities that we have. And this is also where a foreign language comes in. So I want to show you why Germany. Okay, so why is it that we need to learn the German language? So I want to break it down into 4 reasons. So here I have business and global career, communication, tourism and hospitality industry, and even science and research. All of this actually affect us as we are moms or even individuals, professionals working from home. So here we have business and global career. So for business and global career, knowing the German language actually improves your relations. So you might be wondering, relations to what? Our relations to our clients, most especially if they speak the German language or they are a German, we improve our relations to them. It's like, a Filipino being abroad and then hearing somebody pass by and then they're speaking Tagalog and you're like, "Uy, Filipino." Okay, there's an instant connection that we have with that person just by the language. And the same goes for our clients, our employers, whom we are talking to. If they know that you know how to speak the German language, there's an instant connection. There's instant trust towards that person, okay, towards us, for example, and also it builds rapport. And when we have that, it is easier for us to have successful work with our clients. It also increases our job opportunities when the clients are looking for people they want to work with, and they are looking for certain people as well, when they see that you have in your background basic German language or even higher level of German language, then the more so that they will pick you out of the group because you really do stand out. That is you investing in yourself. And it also helps you to function productively for an employer. So what do I mean by this? Now that you have the rapport with your client or with your employer, you can also now be very effective in communicating also with their clients. So not necessarily that they also speak German, but because you know the language, you also learn the culture. So culture and language are very much deeply embedded into each other. And that means to say that the more you understand your client or your employer, then it will be easier for you to also work with them towards their common goals. Okay, so that is for business and global career. Now, here you can also see there are so many companies around the world. Okay, this is just the top 20. Actually, you have top 50 and so many more. They're all from the Germany. You can see them all over the world. Many of them you already know. And if your clients fall under all of this, it is such a huge plus for you to be able to speak the language as well. Next, we have here communication. So for communication, Germany is actually the 5th ranking in the publications that they do annually for new books, as well as websites in Germany and even worldwide. Meaning to say that when you know or know how to communicate the German language, you open doors to so many new informations. Okay, so many information that you can actually learn from and again invest in yourself. And then other than that, in communication, approximately 95 million people in Europe speak the German language. Okay, so it is actually the sole official language in Germany, in Austria, and even in Liechtenstein. It is the co-official language in Switzerland, Belgium, and even in Luxembourg. And when we know that, because Germany is actually placed here in the middle of Europe, surrounded by so many countries, but at the same time, they have affected all of those other countries who are also speaking the German language, it is easier for us to communicate with them as well. Okay, so out of all the 95 million people, how many of them might be your potential employer, might be your potential client? And that is such a huge door that you're opening just by knowing the German language. Now, how about for tourism and the hospitality industry? If in case you're working from home for a travel agency, which might be something near in the future, of course, and for Germans who are so eager to travel as well, German-speaking tourists are actually the world's biggest spenders when they are on holiday. They do really enjoy traveling around the world. They do enjoy spending a lot, meaning to say that you will also have a lot of clients who are tourists. For example, if you are booking hotel rooms for them, then having this connect with them is a very huge plus. They actually appreciate to be looked after by a German speaking staff or a tour guide. And again, this is where we talk about building rapport with them, knowing at least some phrases or even words in the German language, or being able to speak a little bit of German is already a huge thing, wherein they can say, I want to speak to this person because they know the German language. And then here we have now your science and research. If you are working in the field of science and research, or even medically, you will be pleased to know that the German language is actually the second most commonly used scientific language. And I can give you an example right now. So the example is Gedanken experiment. Okay, this has already been adapted into the English language. It was actually used by Albert Einstein, and he used it to say this. Gedanken means thoughts, experiment is experiment. So Gedanken experiment is actually a complex mental reasoning. Okay, so I don't want to get deeper into that because I really do not know how it really works. But Gedanken experiment is already adapted into the language of science and already used by many in that field. Now, other than that, it is actually also the third largest contributor to research and development. So again, the more that you know the language, it is easier for you as well to gain all of this information and be on top of your game in order to provide the best service that you have for your clients and your employers. And that is really what it is about, investing in yourself, knowing the language, and being one step ahead of everybody else. Now, the next question there might be, but German is hard. Okay. So everybody that I hear says, they're very intimidated by the language, most especially because they see this. Okay, so happy birthday, all of those things. And then all of a sudden, there's the German one, Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. And you're like, why can't German just say happy birthday? Okay, and then we have this and this and this and us, so on and so forth. Okay, so many things on the internet that actually show us that the German language is difficult to learn. But the truth is, I want to debunk that. I want to show you that learning the German language is actually not difficult at all. Okay, so how can I convince you that learning the German language is not difficult? Well, the first thing is that you have to know that Germans always follow rules, they're very organized, and that is also a reflection in the German language. In the German language, we have almost rules for everything. The way we write our plural forms, the way we write our tenses, we have tables for all of those things. And the good thing about it is because there's so many rules, once you know those rules, it is easier for you to place word by word into those holes that we have and form an entire sentence and always be grammatically correct as long as we follow the rules. Okay, so that already gives you a little bit of an ease that it is not all over the place. The language is not all over the place. It is very much organized. And when you learn the language step by step and master each step as you go along and connect it to the previous step, it will be easier for you to gain the knowledge and also know how to speak the language. So it is not just simply saying that I will memorize 30, 50 vocabularies in a week and then learn of these lessons all at once, but rather we have to take our time. We have to do it step by step, do not get ahead of ourselves. And then once we master it, we can keep on building, it's like building blocks, keep on adding to it. And then sooner or later, you won't even realize it. You're already able to speak fluently in German. Now, also, Germans are a lot of other people are intimidated learning the German language because there are so many words, of course, that you do not understand. And that is very understandable that you might be intimidated. But here's an example. I have here two English words. I have here game and player. Okay, they're actually related to each other, but at the same time, they're two different words. So we have game, and a game is played by a player. Now let us look at the German translation. We have here Spiel and Spieler. Okay, so here you can see they're both actually the same word, except for the ER at the end here. And Spiel means game, and Spieler means player. And there you have it. This is not as intimidating as it is if you compare it, for example, of learning the English word game and player. Okay, so here you just add an ER at the end, and there you have the same one. Now, the next thing that you might be thinking of, okay, understandable, sige, but how about all of those German words that are like so long? Okay, why can't they have just very short words? Well, the German words that are placed together mean one thing, and the good thing about that is that if you translate it, it actually already gives you the definition of what it is that is being talked about. So let me give you an example. So I have here, I really like this cute picture. Okay, so here we have a mouse with wings, and we call this one your die Fledermaus. Okay, the Fledermaus literally means a fluttering mouse. Okay, but in the English language, the Fledermaus means a bat. Okay, it kind of makes sense, no? So a bat is actually a mouse with wings flying around. So that is the reasoning behind the German words. A Fledermaus is a fluttering mouse, a bat. How about the next one there? We have a toad with a shield, okay? And it is eine, okay, die Schildkröte. Okay, the Schildkröte now is a shield toad. What is a shield toad? Well, it is a turtle. Okay, so again, it does make sense, no? A turtle is like a toad with a shield on top of it. Okay, so now that you feel a little bit of unease that yes, it is easy to learn, the next thing I'm sure that you might be thinking is, okay, but what is this letter over here with a dot dot on top? Okay, and why is it shield? And how many pronunciations are we about to learn? Well, we will get to that in just a moment, but let's have a break first, and then we'll learn the German language.
We'll be pausing for a quick break, mga mamshi. Nako, we are about to learn more. Sabi nga ni Mommy Vanessa, will be learning 8 phrases before this webinar ends. Kaya naman, tutok lang po kayo. We'll have a quick break at after nito, itutuloy po natin ang ating discussion. Let's watch this video.
I am Marichu Obilio Caampued. I am turning 40 next month, and I am from General Trias, Cavite. Some materials, what I love about this is that it is well prepared by the trainer itself. So, yung objectives were clear, and the lessons were well aligned to the objectives. So, I am sure na yung gusto niyang matutunan namin as students are all there, and it is well outlined actually kasi dahil teacher ako by profession, alam ko yung technicalities of it, and she know her craft, yung alam niya everything about it. So she really taught us every detail of that we need to know. She even prepared us dun sa mga interview questions, how we can get client immediately, ganyan. So, hindi lang siya about the craft. And what I really love about her is she taught us with the heart. Never kong pinagsisihan na sa FHMom ako nag-enroll, that I took the e-learning from FHMom. Kasi from the community to the lesson to the trainer, sobrang mararamdaman mo yung support. Yung e-learning ni FHMom speaks ng sobrang truth about the community itself. Kung ano yung nakikita mo sa FHMom community page, ganun yung mararamdaman mo during the lessons.
So, hi, my name is Charisse Ann Sainz, and I'm from Tondo, Manila. And my feedback about the course that I took with FHMoms, I am happy. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm actually glad that I took the chance because I learned a lot of new skills under this course. Our training is very accommodating na kahit anong oras ka magtanong, she will answer you and will enlighten you on how to do the task. The tools that we have are easy to access and understand. So yung mga beginners, hindi talaga kayo mahihirapan. Madali siyang intindihin at kayang-kayang i-take ng beginners. And overall, I'm very satisfied with the full training process and materials because I saw the value of what I paid for. Actually, it's more than what I paid for. Kasi aside from the learning materials, I learned new skills. I was guided by a trainer na competitive and knowledgeable with the service or the course. And aside from that, I also gained new friends who are very supportive. It's a community that help each other. So it's very refreshing na someone from the other side of the country or the world that are willing to help you achieve your goals as well as a mom or as a person. So that's very inspiring for me. So my message to all of the women who are aspiring to become a competent freelancer, to all of the moms out there, titas, and anyone who are aspiring to have a work from home career, especially during the pandemic, I would like to encourage all of you to check all of the e-learning services on this community because it helped me a lot. So even though most of us have work experience na, kahit saang field man yan, it's still best for us to invest in ourselves.
My name is Lorian Gatdula from FHMoms Cavite. Yung work experience mo sa corporate world is not enough sa setup ngayon ng working from home. So kailangan mo talagang mag-skill. Lahat yun ma'am sa FHMoms ko talaga natutunan. Ang dami kong tiningnan na group, ang dami kong pinag-aralang courses, pero talagang nag-trust and nagtiwala lang ako sa FHMoms. From the outline pa lang, makikita mo na yung details nung ano yung expectations mo kapag graduate ka dun sa course na yun. Napaka-supportive ng mga trainers from the very start. As in, they will motivate you and they will push you to the limit kasi alam nila na kaya mo yun, kaya mong gawin yun. Masasabi mo talaga na ready ka kasi yung lahat ng kailangan ng potential employer mo is maituturo talaga sa'yo sa mastery course ng FHMoms. And we're very lucky na nandiyan ang FHMoms trainers and communities para i-guide tayo hanggang makakuha tayo ng trabaho.
Hi, I'm Christine Marie Cardio, 36 from Valenzuela City. I recommend FHMoms, yung e-learning nila because ito yung na-experience ko na may interaction ng bawat magkakaklase or bawat isa dun sa sa batch namin. So ito kasi meron kayong sharing of thoughts, meron kayong once a week meeting which is kailangan yung i-discuss kung ano yung mga challenges nyo na nakakaharap within those given tasks. And most of all, personalize yung pagbibigay ng mga lesson. I mean, yung pag-outline ng lesson. Nandun yung alam mo na itinrim sa'yo yung lesson na yon para maintindihan mo.
And we are back. Dahil dyan, we have opened already yung ating July enrollment for our mastery courses. So, meron po tayong 4 na mastery courses na ino-offer ngayon para po sa July batch. We have general virtual assistants, accounting and bookkeeping, local and international e-commerce, at syempre ang ating social media management and marketing. Mommy Vanessa, let's continue our discussion.
Yes po. So let us continue our discussion and talk about now the German alphabet. Okay, so I'll be teaching you the German alphabet and showing you that it is actually not that intimidating at all. So let me just see. Okay, so here we have the German alphabet, okay? So the first thing that you need to take note of is that for the German alphabet, try to read it like you're reading it in Tagalog, okay? Like for abacada, okay? That's the easiest way that you can remember some of the German letters. I'm not just saying that all of them are written, spoken that way because technically it's still German, but it will also give you an ease because even in the German language, we actually do also pronounce every word, every letter that is in a certain word. So here I will tell you first the German pronunciation slowly, okay? And then I will go faster. And of course, at home, you can repeat after me and also try to learn this one. So let's start. We have here your A, B, C. It's like a C and an E. It's C. D, E, F. Okay, so actually it was easy, right? It's also like Tagalog. So A, B, C, D, E, F. And then next we have G, H, E. Okay, then we have the letter Yot. Okay, like Y-O-T, Yot. K, then we have L, M, N, O, P, Q. Instead of saying Q, we say Q. Air, S, T, U, V, like F-A-U, V, V, like a V and an E together, V, X, Ypsilon. This one is a little bit more difficult to pronounce, Ypsilon, and Z. Okay, so I'll say it a little bit faster, and again, you can repeat after me. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. Okay, it does take some time to get used to all of the letters, but there are certain letters that I really want to point out that will always be reflected in the words that you will be learning. The first letter there is the letter J, and the letter J is actually pronounced in the German language as Y. So, for example, instead of saying the word Johann, okay, we say Johann. Okay, Johannesburg is Johannesburg. Okay, the J is pronounced like a letter Y. What else do we have here? We have the letter R. So in the English language, for example, let's use my brother's name. We have the Christopher. Okay, but in the German language, we say Christopher. If you want to sound more German, the ER or the R can usually be pronounced as air, the air around you. That's the easiest way for you to pronounce ER at the end of a word, or even the letter R, air. Another one is we have the letter S. The letter S in the German language is pronounced like the letter Z. So we have the word, for example, in English, super. Okay, super. Also, we have the letter ER at the end there. So super. And then in German, we have super. Okay, so do you hear that? The S is pronounced like a letter Z, super. Okay, and the ER at the end in English is but in German, it's air, super. Okay. Then we have here two letters. I want to tell you those two together. We have here your letter V. Oh, correction there. I'm so sorry. Okay, the letter V is pronounced like a letter F. Okay, let's forget that one. I'm sorry. So letter F. And then how about the letter W there? It is pronounced like a letter V. Okay, so let's look at that one. Let's go back there. Okay, so V and W. So the V is pronounced like a letter F, and the W there is pronounced like a letter V. What example can I give for you for this one? Let's have the word Volks. How do you say it? Volkswagen. Okay, I think that's how you say it in English. I get confused with that one. But okay, how do you say it in German? If V is pronounced like the letter F, then we say Volks. Okay, instead of saying Volks. And W is pronounced like a V, so instead of saying Wagen, we say Wagen. So Volkswagen. Okay, and what does Volkswagen mean? Volks means the people, and Wagen means car. So actually, it's the people's car. Okay, so that's a little bit of a trivia behind the word Volkswagen. Okay, then we have one more letter there, and that is the letter Z. And the letter Z, because we already pronounced your S as a letter Z, the Z now is pronounced like a T and a Z together. Ts. Okay, Ts. So if I say, instead of saying Zeit, okay, I can say Zeit. Ts. Okay, there you have that one. So those were the first four letters. But then there's something missing here in the alphabet, and that is actually your umlauts. Okay, the dreaded umlauts in the German language. And the dreaded umlauts in the German language are the ö, and ü. Okay, so what are they? What is an umlaut? Well, the umlaut is only the two dots on top of the three vowels that you have over here. So again, the umlaut is just three dots, the dots on top of your vowels. And now, how do we pronounce these vowels? Again, I can say here, ö, ü. Now, because we do not really have an English counterpart in the English alphabet for this, here are some English words that come very close to how we can pronounce this one. So for we can pronounce it in the words anger and men. Okay, the in anger or the in men is as close as you can get to the umlaut e. Okay, how about for ö? Okay, if you say it by yourself, the it's quite difficult to pronounce, but here we have burn, fur. Okay, so for burn, remove the B, then you have earn. If you remove the N, okay, or the R, you have ö. Okay, burn, earn, there you have your part. And how about for u? Unfortunately, for the u one, we cannot have a word that is close to it or even nearly as close to it. So what we can do is we put our mouths like we're saying the word, the letter u. Okay, we're saying u, and then now put your mouth forward like you're about to whistle. U, u. Okay. Ooh, ooh. You put your mouth a little bit forward, your lips forward, like you're about to whistle, and then you will be able to somewhat pronounce then the u part. Okay. So u, u. And these are additional letters in your German alphabet. Now we have also a range of diphthongs that you can learn, and diphthongs are just combination of German letters, but of course they are quite a lot. But once you get a hang of this ones, you will be able to pronounce mostly a lot of German words already. So let us just quickly run by them and see how many we can learn before we move on to your German phrases. So we have A and U together is pronounced as au. E and U together, or the E and U together, is pronounced as oi. And then we have AI or EI, that's pronounced as I. And then we have here, for example, another one is the IE, that's pronounced as E. Usually, a lot of people interchange this one, the EI and the IE. Okay? EI is pronounced as I, just remember the last letter there, I. And IE is pronounced as E. Remember the last letter over here. So I and E. ER, we know that again, that is your air. How about the IG? The IG is actually pronounced not as an ig, but rather as an ish. So in German, the grammatically correct way of pronouncing a IG at the end of a word is pronounced as ish, although you will hear a lot of German native speakers pronounce it as ig. And then we have an ST, SP, and the SCH. Now this actually go hand in hand. If you hear somebody speaking in German, you will hear them say a lot of sh, 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 okay, a lot of sh, sh words. That is because there are a lot of combinations that actually have that sh, sh part. So ST, for example, is pronounced as st, SHT, so st. SP is pronounced as sp. SCH in English is school, but in German it is sh. Okay, so pang silent letter C, sh. So there you have your sh part. And how about here for the CH? Okay, the CH is actually quite a difficult thing to memorize because it has three pronunciations. We have your the k part, the k part, and the sh. Okay, so three pronunciations. And one of them is the most difficult one, that is your part. Okay, the CH wherein it kind of sounds like a phlegm. I'll give you a word later wherein you will encounter this one. Okay, so there are some rules that you can follow in order for you to learn that one, but we will not be tackling it tonight. And then lastly, we have this symbol over here. Now, this symbol over here is like a letter B, capital letter, that is leaning a little bit to the side. Okay, it's leaning a little bit to the side, like a capital letter B with a tail and italic. And what is this letter? It is like a letter double S. Remember, we said that the letter S is pronounced like the letter Z. So here naman, this symbol is your S set letter. It is a double letter S, so a very soft S. Okay, and once you will be encountering it in the future words that you will be learning, then you will see this as well. Okay, so now that we know the diphthongs, okay, I'm sure you haven't memorized all of them because that's quite difficult, but I will teach you these 8 common German phrases, and I'm sure that you will memorize them when I show you how you will be doing it. So let us have 8 common German phrases and memorize them. The first word that I'll teach you is Hallo. Okay, Hallo is saying hello in German. Hallo. Then next we have your, remember J is pronounced like a letter Y. Ja. That is your yes. Hallo. Ja. How about the next one? Here we have, remember this one, your diphthong E and I. So we said there, always look at the last letter there, I. So E and I put together is pronounced as I. So we have here nein. Okay, nein means no. So hallo, ja, nein. And let's add one more. We have here your danke. Okay, your N is pronounced a little bit like an NG. Danke. Okay, here you can also notice that in the German language, we pronounce also the last letters. Usually in the English language, we keep it silent, okay? But in German, we pronounce all of the letters. So danke. Okay, so how do we memorize this now? We will have a rhythm of memorizing them. What will we do? We do it like this. We say, Hallo, ja, nein, danke. Okay, Hallo, ja, nein, danke. Okay, those are the words that you can memorize. Let's do it one more time. Hallo, ja, nein, danke. It is easier for you to memorize a German language or even any foreign language, as a matter of fact, if you associate it with a rhythm or at the same time if you visualize them as well. So here we have the words Hallo, ja, nein, danke. One more time. Hallo, ja, nein, danke. And I'm sure you've already memorized it by now. So let's move on to the next batch. I will give you 4 more, and these are greetings in German. We have here Guten Morgen. Okay, Guten Morgen is saying good morning. If you want to sound more German for this one, try to make the letter R a little bit more silent and say Guten Morgen. Okay, do you hear how the R kind of becomes silent? Guten Morgen. That is saying good morning. How about another one here? We have Guten Tag. Okay, the G here at the end is pronounced like a letter K. Guten Tag. Okay, in the German language, we do not have good afternoon. We have good day. So good morning, good day. So Guten Tag. And then we have here Guten Abend. Guten Abend is now your good evening. Guten Abend. And lastly here is your dreaded CH, okay, that a lot of people have difficulty pronouncing. And this one is your good night, gute Nacht. Okay, do you hear that at the back of your throat? Nacht. Okay, so the CH here is pronounced like a like at the back of your throat, you're saying it's like you're about to throw phlegm, but you're not really releasing it. And do not do it that harshly, like Nacht, okay, that other people do, wherein it hurts your throat, but rather soft, okay, soft, but you still feel like there's a vibration at the back of your throat, and that would be the CH there. So gute Nacht. Okay, and another thing that you can notice here as well is for Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, even Guten Abend, there's an N right after the Gute. Okay, but for Guten Nacht, we do not put it anymore because the next word actually starts with the letter N. And if you put there another N here, then it says Guten Nacht. We kind of have to pause in between, and that is difficult already for us to pronounce it directly and more fluently. So the N here for Guten Nacht is actually removed. So how do we memorize this? Just memorize it by trying to imagine yourselves going throughout the day and then saying Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Guten Nacht. Okay, so that is the flow that we'll be learning. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Guten Nacht. One more time. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Guten Nacht. And again, Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Guten Nacht. Okay, what was the first one? Hallo, ja, nein, danke. And Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Guten Nacht. And there you have your 8 common words and phrases. Now, before we end this discussion or this webinar, we have that one German word, that one German expression that is just one word, two letters, and countless meanings. And let us be more German. What is it? It's the word na. Okay? N-A. Na. And what does NA mean? It means hi. It means to scold. It means so. It means thanks for nothing and even sarcasm. You can say all of those things just by saying na. Now, it depends on how you say na in order for you to convey these ones. So let's see. If you want to say hi using na, usually this is used in a more whimsical way, more for kids saying na, and you want to say na, how are you? Hi, how are you? You can say na, okay, like you're asking a question. Na, in Tagalog it will be musta, nyangay, okay, so na, okay, then you say na. And then if somebody were to answer you, they can also have a complete conversation here. The person answering says na. Okay, so it depends on how you're saying na, would also mean if you're happy or not. So na, and the person answers na, happy or na, okay, not that happy. Okay, and there you have an entire conversation with na. How about naman scolding? Scolding in a sense na you are disappointed if somebody, you're not angry, but disappointed if somebody did something. Okay, and how do you now say na? You say na. Okay, like you're scolding someone, you're frowning, you're maybe putting the finger like you're scolding someone, you did something wrong. Na. Okay, that is already understood as saying, I'm not angry, but I'm disappointed. Na. How about this one? So, okay, so as in meaning a motivational push. Okay, so what do we mean by motivational push? Okay, we mean by that is, for example, we're asking somebody, do you want to go with me? Do you want to go out? Let's go to the beach, or, let's have fun. And other person is not answering, and you're waiting and waiting, and you're saying English, for example, so what's your answer? Okay, in German, we say na. Okay, waiting for that person to answer na, and then waiting for a response. Usually, it is a motivational push in a sense na you're waiting for that person to give you an answer that you really want. So, na, are you coming? Okay, there you have the so part. How about thanks for nothing? Well, na is now in combination with the one word that we learned, and that is your danke. So remember danke, that is your thank you or your thanks. So na, okay, is in combination with thank you or danke, then we say na danke. Okay, so if I say to somebody danke, it means thanks. But if I say na danke, okay, then I am actually being or saying thanks for nothing. Okay, so it means to say, in other words, like everything that you have done is void now, and you're saying thanks for nothing. It didn't really help. Not danke. Okay. And lastly, how about for sarcasm? Okay. You can say na danke, or we can say na also. Okay. Or the also actually would be also a motivational push, like you know it. But na danke is also a term of being or saying that something is being sarcastic. Okay. Like you finally did the dishes after your somebody has been nagging you all the time. And then what does a person say? Na danke. Okay. That is being sarcastic. So there we have your na. Okay, so I really do hope that learning all of these words and even the diphthongs, just having a very quick overview with all of them, actually kind of gives you the encouragement to learn the German language and open new possibilities for new opportunities, and being in the top of your game and investing in yourself and having this as an arsenal in thriving in your field. Okay, so I'm really grateful for this presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Danke. Danke, Mommy Vanessa. Momshies natin, nako, ang dami kong natutunan ha. I'll try na mag-replay din, mag-team replay para mas matandaan pa kasi yun nga, it's a good investment. I love what Mommy Vanessa has said. It may be a good opportunity for us to learn a new language and might open new opportunities. Yan, ako, I am Lalo na yung how to pronounce yung Volkswagen kasi sa speak talaga yan, Volkswagen yan eh, ganyan, di ba?
Yes.
Ang ano so sa mga momshies natin, if you have questions, this is now the time that we will be reading your questions for Mommy Vanessa. Kaya naman, let's learn and go ask questions to Mommy Vanessa. Mga momshies, yung mga mommy natin, nakikipronounce na nakikitype, nakiki-comment na ng mga German languages na words na German words pala rather na natutunan natin today. Ayan, sabi, okay, can we read our first question for Mom Vanessa? Okay, mula kay Mommy Ali Villanueva. Hello, ma'am. Do you offer German online classes?
So actually, I'm in the works of offering online classes because I really do want to offer the German language as a flexible lesson or as a flexible course because I know we're all working from home. We're really busy. We do not really have time to enroll in classes that are fixed. So I want to offer it in a way that it is, you can access it anytime and then also meet up. We meet up and then we talk about it. And actually, I do want to post that the page tomorrow under the comment section here so that everybody will be able to access it. And as early as, for example, the end of July, there will be online classes available for everyone.
Wow, nice. Okay. So Mommy Ali, Mommy Vanessa will be also promoting her page. She'll just comment it on our webinar maybe tomorrow, right, Mommy Vanessa, so that you'll
Yes
be
po.
able to contact and connect with Mommy Vanessa. All right, next. Mula kay Mommy Lourdes Mercado, how do you say goodbye? Ay, yes. Oo nga, how do you say goodbye?
There are two ways of saying goodbye. So if it is goodbye na formally saying goodbye, then it is auf Wiedersehen. So we say auf Wiedersehen. Okay, how do I type it? Okay. If you say it very fast, it's auf Wiedersehen, wherein the the H at the end becomes silent. If you want to say it very easily and very informally, you can also say tschüss. Okay, that
Cheers.
is a
Parang cheers
tschüss.
ba? Or
Yes,
cheers.
somewhat, yes. Tschüss.
Ah.
And that is one way of saying then goodbye, very informally. And you will hear a lot of Germans actually say that tschüss. Also that way, they actually say it that way. Tschüss. There. So auf
Cheers.
Wiedersehen or
Oh.
tschüss.
Okay. Ayan. Okay. Mula kay Facebook user, may continue pa po ba to? Naku, hopefully. Mami Vanessa, no, may part
Yes,
2
of
ba
course.
daw?
I would be more than willing to have a part 2 for this. We can actually talk. You can comment below if there are anything that you want to learn more about the German language or specific words that you want to learn and how to pronounce them in an easy way. And then we can just have another free webinar for everyone.
Wow! It's like next, we're moving to the next level.
Yes po.
Yes, okay. Thank you po mula kay Facebook user. Next question po tayo. Oh, sayang din. Your classes po is accredited po for A1 exam po ba? Planning to take one po and get your courses.
Oh, I see. So for the A1, because there are 4 levels of the German language, so A1, A2, B1, and B2. Yes, for the A1, if you are just learning the basics, there will be a course for that. If it's just mainly for not passing the A1 exam, but really just wanting to learn the German language. But then there's another course specifically planned to pass the exam because the exam requires, of course, you being able to speak specific words as well as being able to answer questions and then also knowing about the exam and there's a review for the exam. So that's an entirely different course separate from basic German language. Yes, there's also available for that.
Wow. Okay, question. Next, mula kay Mommy Ivy Grace Akisap. Any tips po na pwedeng gawin to enhance or practice German language? Ay, yes. Oo nga. For example, like you want to study on your own, what tips would you like to give po, Mommy Vanessa?
So when I look at all of the available resources that you have online, it sometimes does really get overwhelming to learn them on their own because there's so many informations like coming from everywhere. Sometimes I have so many tabs open and then I don't know what to do anymore. But my tip is really is to go step by step. Okay, stick to the vocabulary that you have first, be able to apply that in the rules that you have. And then once you're able to apply them, that's the time you move on to new vocabulary and add them to the thing that you already know. Because if you keep on adding new and new information to what you're already learning, then the thing is you get overwhelmed and then everything just shuts down and you get confused. But if you take it step by step, and then it will be easier for you to practice the German language.
Okay. Thank you. And for our final question mula kay Mommy Marilyn Matusalem, Happy Father's Day in German kasi malapit na. How do we say that? Ako sana maano. Okay, kaya natin yan. Let's see. How do we say
Okay, let
Happy
me see
Father's
how I
Day?
can say it in an easier way. Let's see. How do I say Father's Day in an easy way in English? In German. I have to write it down para mas okay. So actually we can say alles Gute zum Vaterstag. Long word. Okay, so alles is all or wishing you well. Alles Gute zum ZUM. There you have the letter Z that's pronounced like a T. Alles Gute zum Vaters. Okay. Vater is pronounced Vater, and that's where the V pronounced like a letter F is. Vaters. And then Tag. We had that the word before the Tag, the day. So alles Gute zum Vaterstag. So it's actually not a happy Father's Day, but more like everything, wishing you everything well on Father's Day.
Okay. May pahabol daw na question mula po sa ating mga mommy viewers. Let's read the question. Ayun, mula kay Mommy Shang Panerio. When did you learn German language, Mommy? And what made you learn the language? Just curious. Baka hindi na, oo. Mommy Vanessa, can you share again to sa ating mga
Yes po.
viewers? How did you learn the German language? Ayan.
So I was born in Germany, and when I was around 8 years old, I think we moved here to the Philippines, and I continued to learn the German language by reading German books and also talking to my father in the German language, my mother, even my brother. And as I grew up, it was always there. Okay, it's my mother tongue, but grammatically, I only knew the German language as it was spoken. But when I started teaching the German language, I did realize that I also have to learn it. So around, I think, right after graduating college, I also got into learning the German language and learning the structure and realizing that there are so many rules. And the truth be told, native speakers do not actually also know all of those rules because we just speak it. Parang Tagalog din po na maraming words, but we do not know how to tell somebody that it's that way. Germans also say that it's like, how do you know if it's der, die, das, or how do you say that? And you're like, I just do, I just know. Okay, but when you learn the rules, it's easier. Yes.
Wow! Siguro kasi it's also an advantage that you also kasi si daddy mo nga no, Mommy Vanessa, you've mentioned that he really encourages everyone in the family to practice also and share the German language to everyone. Oo. Wow, ang galing. Okay, so before we ask for your final word, I know ang mga mommies natin are very excited. They wanted for the next part, they look forward to the next part of our webinar, but we want to give you our certificate of appreciation, and this certificate is awarded to you, Mommy Vanessa.
Thank you.
How should I say, kasi baka yung middle name ay is it in German name, or what's the correct pronunciation of your middle name?
Actually, my middle name is from Holland. It has a Holland origin, but it's my father's name, so it's Pistor with a single O. Not
Pistor.
Pistor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pistor. Ayun. So this certificate is awarded to Mommy Vanessa Pistor Faigal for being our volunteer trainer of FHMoms free webinar, Introduction to German Language. And we take the privilege of acknowledging your initiative to help us, and given this on the 10th day of June 2021 by Filipina Home-Based Moms, signed by our FHMoms CEO and founder, Maria Corina Bertulfo. Yay!
Thank you.
Mommy Vanessa, we would like to ask your final message to everyone na nanonood sa atin today.
So first, I would like to say shout out sa lahat ng mga students ko sa Lorma and all of my co-workers. I'm so grateful to be working there, really proud of them, and be very proud of myself, of course, for being there, part of them. And for everybody who wants to learn the German language, I want to say that you do not need to be intimidated by learning a new language, by seeing all of those memes on the internet with so many scary words. But once you take it again, step by step, it will be easier for you to accomplish. And personally, I do want to offer the German language to everyone in a matter in a manner that is easy for you, affordable as well, because I know how expensive a German course can be. So I do want to make it affordable, and also something that is flexible, because everybody is working from home, taking care of their kids. I know how hard it is to take care of my child and then work at the same time. I'm running back and forth, and I do not have sometimes the time to listen, for example, to a certain webinar, because I'm taking care of my child. So if the lectures are flexible, then it will be easier for us to grasp, and it is a great opportunity for everyone. So shout out sa
Yes.
asawa ko.
Shout out, yes. Oo, sa inyo pong asawa, Sir Louis
Yes
Faigal.
po.
Sabi,
Yes
so
po.
proud of you. Wow,
Thank you,
nakakatuwa
Mako.
naman. And Mommy Vanessa, danke. We hope to see you.
Danke.
Danke. Ayan. We hope to see you in our next webinar. Another level
Surely.
of German language. And ang galing niyo magturo, honestly. And just
Thank you.
with this kind of free webinar, in a short time, we were able to learn and understand how the alphabets in German should be pronounced. So I am so happy, and we are so blessed to have you today.
Thank you so
Danke.
much po.
San.
Thank you po. Danke. Cheers.
Danke. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you very much, Mommy Vanessa, joining us today. Maraming salamat po. And sa ating mga momshies, we'll be having a very quick break. And I'd like to ask your takeaways for today. What are your takeaways for today? It's a new kind of webinar to have this, how do you say this? This kind of discussion, no? Ang sarap lang that we get to learn something new. Hindi talaga nahuhuli, hindi pa huli ang panahon para matuto ng bagong lengguwahe, ng bagong skill para sa ating lahat. So I'd like to ask, what are your takeaways for today, mga momshies? And who knows, we'll be able to read your takeaways, and you might get a chance to win our free skill success courses para po sa inyo. We'll be pausing for a quick break, and after that, we'll be reading some of your takeaways. Let's watch this short course video para po sa ating lahat. Let's watch this.
Naghahanap ka ba ng course na topic focus at pwede mong aralin sa sarili mong oras? FHMoms now offers short courses. For only 1,500 pesos per course, pwede mo nang aralin ng iyong course of choice at your own time, at your own pace. At sa loob ng 1 taon simula na mag-enroll ka, meron kang access sa course materials. Sigurado ring makakakuha ka ng Certificate of Completion upon your request. How to enroll to our short courses? First, choose from the following courses: Basic Project Management, Content Writing 101, Fundamentals of Podcasting, English proficiency, and ESL online teaching. You can check the outline of each course using these links. Settle your payment. You can pay through GCash, bank transfer, or any payment channel that has a transfer to bank feature. Click the link of the enrollment form of your chosen course and fill out the necessary details. And lastly, wait for 48 hours to receive your confirmation and course access. Thank you for always choosing FHMoms. Enroll now!
Hello! We are back! Ayan. So, let's read your takeaways for today. Ayan, so we'll read the first one mula kay Mamshi Cherry Amoranto Vicente. Ang sabi po niya, my takeaway, do not be intimidated with the German language. And when learning something new, dapat one step at a time to avoid information overwhelm. Yes! Nako, agree ako dyan ha. Kasi minsan you have yung para unfortunately we have ako minsan ano rin ako dito sa guilty rin ako dun sa parang ningas kugo na ang galing mo lang magsimula pero hindi mo siya natatapos. So para hindi ka ma-overwhelm and hindi ka rin ma-stress out or yung bigla ka na lang mag-stop in the middle of what you are learning. So, one step at a time. And mas okay na yung slowly but surely. Ayan. Maraming salamat, Mami Sherry Amoranto Vicente. Next po tayo mula kay Mami Maria Lorena Leonardo. The correct pronunciations of the alphabets in German language is already a one good step to learning the German language. Thanks, FHMoms. Maraming salamat din po sa pagtutok sa amin, Mami Maria Lorena Leonardo. Thank you. And we still have more from our mommy viewers. Ayan, Saya, mula kay Facebook user. Before, I thought learning a new language was really scary and difficult. But when I attended this webinar, na-enlighten ako na walang mahirap if you take it step by step. At sabi nga ni Mommy Vanessa, do not be intimidated. Do not be hard on yourself. Super thank you for this webinar. It is really helpful and informative. Yes, very nice. Mula kay Mami Ed Santos Camaso, Danke, I am really grateful. It is always easy to learn other languages as long as you have your heart ready to listen. Thank you, Mami Ed Santos Camaso. Salamat po. And mula kay Mami Donna Grace Tadulia Alvarez, thank you po, Mami Vanessa. In a short span of time, natuto po kami ng basic German language. So nice to learn new language. Danke, yes. Wow. Okay, maraming salamat, Mami Donna Grace Dadulia Alvarez. At meron pa tayo mula kay Facebook user, sayang. Sa ating mga momshies, please don't forget to accept and let StreamYard, parang get your info para pag nakita namin po yung comments niyo, we'll be able to see your Facebook name. Yan. Sabi ni Facebook user, learning the basic phrases will help a lot to start learning the language. And maraming salamat. And we have more mula kay Mamshi Daniel De Vera. Now I can see some German phrases. Yes, thanks to Mamshi Vanessa. Thank you, Mami Daniel De Vera. And we still have more. Salamat po, Mami Daniel De Vera, sa iyong comment. Mula kay Mami Ivy Grace Akisa. Thank you for the free webinar. Ang dami ko pong natutunan and looking forward to learn more about German language. Danke. Okay, thank you. Danke. Mula kay Mami Sheng Panerio. Thank you for the free webinar, German language. It inspires me to learn new language and enjoy it. Yes, sana nag-enjoy po kayo sa ating webinar ngayong araw na ito. And we look forward to see you again in our next webinars. Ayan. Meron pa ba tayo? Do we still have more? Okay, last na yon. Thank you, Mommy Shang Panerio. Congratulations to all our winners for today. You have won 3 skill success courses mula po sa FHMoms, Ali Villanueva, Lourdes Mercado, Ivy Grace Akisap, Marilyn Matusalem, Cherry Amoranto Vicente, Maria Lorena Leonardo, Ed Santos Camaso, Donna Grace Zedulia Alvarez, Daniel De Vera, and Shang Panerio. Sa atin bukas, abangan po ninyo, we have a special webisode together with Converge, making all moments awesome, and we will be learning and talking about how to optimize your internet and Wi-Fi for your work from home setup. And you might get a chance to win. It's a mesh. Oh, okay. Wait, I'll double check ha para I'll be able to read it correctly para sa inyo mga momshies. Because those of you who will be joining us tomorrow, meron po kayong chance na manalo ng Linksys Velop Dual Band Whole Home Mesh Wi-Fi 5 worth 8,995 pesos. So if you want to know about optimizing our internet and Wi-Fi, especially dun sa mga tayo na nag-work from home, join us tomorrow, 8 to 9 p.m. for our Converge webisode, making all moments awesome. And who knows, one of you might get a chance to win this Linksys Velop Dual Band Whole Home Mesh Wi-Fi na worth 8,995 pesos. For more details, watch us tomorrow. Join us sa ating webinar bukas, 8 o'clock hanggang 9 p.m. Bukas po yan na, save the date, i-on na ang notifications. Ang aking takeaway for today, I love what Mommy Vanessa has said na we've invested on material things like our laptop, which is good kasi kailangan natin sa trabaho yon. But don't forget to invest also on yourself. So, kung ngayon ay hindi pa kaya ng budget to invest on yourself, you try to at least save a portion of your earnings, kahit yung mga barya-barya lang. Kasi yung mga barya-barya, pag naipon yan, pwede mong magamit yan to enroll for a mastery course, a short course, or maybe a new language course. Who knows, diba? So, ngayon, na if you think na hindi pa kaya ng budget, ipon-ipon muna. Kasi the best investment that you can do is to invest on yourself. So it can be a new skill, a new knowledge, a new language, or whatever that you wanted to learn something new para kumbaga di ba, laging natin sinasabi that learning is a continuous process. We don't stop. Yeah, di ba? We have to, there are things that we can learn na libre for free, like this, our webinars. But if you want to pursue more and you want to open additional opportunities in the future, it is also good to shell out something. Maglalabas ka talaga ng pera para mas i-improve at ikadadagdag ng ating mga learnings. Huwag tayong matakot. It's never too late to learn new skill, new things. Kasi yun nga, it's a continuous process. And kung hindi pa kaya nga ngayon, let's start with the free webinars, free seminars na available sa atin. And from there, malay natin in the future magkaroon na tayo, and we pray, we ask for provisions din that that He will bless us with finances para tulungan tayo kung ano man yung gusto nating i-pursue or gusto nating matutunan, and gusto nating matutunan at mag-increase yung knowledge natin. Ayan, dahil dyan, I'd like to say danka to all the mommies na kasama natin today. See you po tomorrow, 8 o'clock to 9 p.m. para po sa ating webinar, webisode together with Converge. Maraming salamat. Sana po ay marami kayong natutunan today, and don't forget to also invite your friends, your loved ones para sumama sa ating community para naman hindi lang tayo yung mas mabibless at mas maraming matututunan, pati na rin yung ibang mga kaibigan natin at mga kakilala. And dahil dyan, ako po ang inyong Mommy Ruf, sa ngalan po ni Mommy MK, maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa atin ngayong araw ng Huwebes. See you po muli bukas. Danka! Cheers!
Tara na tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo.
FHMoms Radio, changing lives, one mom at a time. Moving forward, giving back with FHMoms Radio.
Tara na tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo. Marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga mamshi ating to.
Tara na mga mamshi, mami, nanay o mama, andito na ang FHMoms makakasama. Ang online radio na magbibigay advice at mga kwento na siguradong mapapanay. Ito ay hindi lang basta mga chikahan, andito sila upang ikaw ay gabayan. Turuan ng mga tips sa paghahanap buhay at maging isa ka sa successful na nanay. O diba? Kaya saan ka pa? Basta ikaw ay momshi, dito bida ka. FHMoms Radio number 1. Ito ang online radio ng sangkanan na yan. Di ka lang basta nanay, ikaw ay super nanay. Para sa pamilya ang lahat ay iaalay. Lahat ibibigay, lahat ay kayang gawin. Ang iyong pagiging nanay lalo pang palakasin.
FHMoms Radio.
Tara na tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo. Marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga mamshi ating to. Mga mamshi, tara na, dito'y bidang-bida ka. Ipagmalaki natin na tayo'y magigiting nga ina. Mga mami, tara na, dito'y bidang-bida ka. Ipagmalaki natin na tayo'y magigiting nga ina.
FHMoms Radio.
Tara na tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo. Marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga mamshi ating to. Tara na tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo. Marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga mamshi ating to.
Tambay na! Nagbabalik ang FHMoms Radio.